Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video, we are going over what could possibly be the best defense in Madden 23. Now, I know I've said that the past couple videos, but in this video, we might have something extremely special, and this is going to be for us MUT players. This is not going to be for those of you guys who play regs. This is strictly going to be a MUT related video. So if you guys don't play MUT, I apologize, and you can click off the video right at this point. But if you guys do play MUT, stick around because we are going over the best possible setup for those of you guys who are looking to get a lot of stops on defense. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below anything you'd like to see on the channel. One of the recommendations was a set it and forget it kind of defense. Well, this defense is going to be for you. And if you're back for another video, you know, comment down below FTA for the algorithm. You guys already know the vibes. Let's get right into it, man. So the defense that you're going to want to come out in is nickel 3-3. Every time I post something about a specific formation, you guys don't have to ask in the comment section like what kind of formation it is. It's or what playbook it is. It's always going to be down in the comment section. So you'll find a link down in the description of where you guys can find the nickel 3-3 playbook. I think I'm currently in either the 4-6 or the multiple D playbook. So there you go. Don't ask in the comment section unless you just leave a random comment just to, you know, FTA, baby. But you're going to come out in 3-3, and you're going to need 3 specific players for this defense to work. You're going to need Patrick Willis. So yes, this is going to cost you a little bit, but I promise you defense will be a lot easier. You're going to need Patrick Willis. Then you're going to need strong safety Harrison Smith, aka Hitman. And then last but not least, you might have guessed it, but you're going to need strong safety Jamal Adams, aka Prez. Now, these 3 players have one specific thing in common, and that is an X factor that you can equip in the game called Avalanche. For 1 AP, it's going to cost you 1 AP to equip this, and they will take up your X factor slots. But what this ability does, what this X factor does, is it guarantees fumbles whenever you go for a hit stick. So you are going to need you're also going to need to equip Enforcer just to make your life a little bit easier. Now, what is this going to do exactly? This is going to shut down Quadfather. This is going to shut down Derrick Henry. This is going to shut down the new Gus the Bus. Anybody that is trying to run on you, as long as you get a hit stick tackle, you are going to be able to sit there and knock the ball out. Now, I don't have specific video footage of this working, but what I do have is I literally just played a game right before recording this video where I have 2 beautiful examples of the damage that these kind of players can do. So again, this is a set it and forget it kind of defense, and we'll go over a couple defensive setups that you guys can actually utilize to make this even easier for you guys to actually, you know, maintain. So the gist of this defense is to pretty much keep everything in front of you, but look at the hit stick. I'm going to rewind that back, man. So you want them to throw short and never go out of bounds, but look at this hit stick. Boom. Easy. My ball. Game's over pretty much, because we're just going to simply, we can easily just chew out the clock, because this is going to be one of the hardest defenses to actually play against. One of the scariest defenses to play against, especially in that first drive where scoring a touchdown is almost crucial for a lot of people. And it's extremely scary. Now, I do have a second example, because not only are you going to dominate on regular defense, but on kickoffs as well. Yes, this was the same exact game against the same player. I believe he started talking trash afterwards, and rightfully so. As you can see, my 2 guys are lit up. I take a nice angle, destroy him with a hit stick, and it's a guarantee hit stick tackle. Now, the way that you guarantee a hit stick tackle is you have to have the ability Enforcer on these players. So I believe I'm spending around 5 AP for these players to have all these abilities, but it's so worth it if you're gonna as soon as you get a hit stick, you have the possibility of getting a fumble. So imagine coming out and you're, let's just call a random play on the offensive side, and your defense is set up the way that you like. And I currently have my defense set up exactly how I'm currently running it. And let's just call cover 2 for just a second. And you see these 3 guys lit up like Super Saiyans. That's one of the scariest things, especially if you're trying to run the ball and I end up going ahead and hit sticking you. Now, granted, couldn't hit stick them, but that first tackle that gets missed is another potential chance for you to go crazy and go for another hit stick. Now, again, I'm simply just trying to get a hit stick here instead of trying to stop Gus the Bus here. But it's just one of the best things that you guys could have if you guys are trying to be as scary as possible when it comes to shutting down these guys with these abilities. All you need to do is line up a hit stick and go absolutely crazy. Now, the reason that we're coming out in 3-3 is because you're allowed to put safeties in those linebacker positions, which allows us to have these 3 guys just pretty much be able to line up here and pretty much line themselves ready to pretty much destroy somebody that is, coming within their area. Now, for the actual defense that I started running with this setup, I played a few games, fumbles in every single game. And the way that I was able to do that is I put the flats to a very low amount, about 5, 10. You kind of want them to avoid going out of bounds. So we're going to put these a little bit lower, and then your hooks, you're going to put these above the 10 mark. So you're going to put them at the 15 or 20 mark. So the flats, you put them underneath that. The hooks, you put them above that. Now, after you do that, you're going to simply make sure that you're coming out in something where all 3 guys are kind of in the middle of the field. You don't really want to do a cover 2 because the deep middle is going to be absolutely wide open. So you're pretty much going to always come out in a cover 3 drop kind of situation. If you want to put those guys in the flats yourself, by all means, that's gonna work for you as well. But every single time that I did this, I came out in a 3-down lineman set, and if I wanted to, I'd base a line depending on the kind of offense that the person was running. So if the person was running something like trips here, where my user's gonna have to focus a lot on something, I ended up taking this outside safety that's in a purple and manning them up on somebody that's on the right side, while my guys lurked the middle of the field. And then once you call hike, I'm not going to throw anything, and just for the sake of the video here, I'm going to put these guys in spies, but I'm just going to call hike. And you see these guys kind of drift back. Now this guy's actually drifting himself back, but you see how these guys are drifted back. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and utilize my squigglies. You see how he's drifted back? This guy would also be drifted back. So as soon as they throw one of those short routes like that's in this area, these guys are going to go ahead and boom, they're going to go ahead and attack as soon as that happens. So that's why we're going to lower our hooks to a certain amount, just so they're backed up enough to where once they have to attack the ball, they're going to be able to get a hit stick when it comes to that situation. Now, yes, these abilities do go away. I believe Prez's is the only one that doesn't, because he came out around the time that the Milkman came out, and those AKAs don't run out until you actually get a certain amount of yards. But again, it just keeps these guys refreshed, going over and over and over and over and over again. And yes, the more people you have X factored up and lit up, the better your defense is going to be, and the scarier it's going to be for these guys to actually throw on you. Now, a good part about having Enforcer on these 3 guys is also the fact that if they're running the ball, they won't be able to break the tackle on you. Even with the X Factor abilities, if you're going for the hit stick, I have to make sure that that's clear. If you're going for a downfield hit stick, they will not break the tackle. Even with Gus the Bus being the guy that's there, they will not break the hit stick. I fortunately also have a secure tackler in the middle of the field with the Gravedigger, but as you can see, these hit sticks, they end up going crazy. So let me go ahead and showcase the example that I saved one more time, just to showcase you guys. These 3 guys lit up, start of the game, and I don't even know if you guys noticed what I did there. Because I seen that Hitman was behind, I kind of took an outside angle there. And I'm actually gonna, we're gonna bring up the squigglies here. So I take my user here, because I seen Harrison Smith here, I take my user and I make sure that I'm going out that way because I want him to go up the field. Why? Because I got the hitman right here ready to go crazy and ready to dominate. This is literally something that everybody's been asking for, a set it and forget it kind of defense. It's not intricate. There's nothing crazy about it. It's simply just dominating you're just dominating on the defensive side of the ball, trying to cause fumbles. This is more likely to happen than you getting a fumble from the Milkman or Tank or the other new X Factor that just came out. This is going to cause fumbles a lot more often. And when you cause fumbles, you force turnovers. So on top of playing magnificent defense, you guys are also going to be able to get turnovers, no matter if they're playing a conservative, no matter if they're holding R1. As long as you're getting a hit stick tackle, you guys are going to be able to knock the ball out and potentially recover it. Now, for this portion of the video specifically, we have these three guys on the left side every single kickoff as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit this practice mode to show you guys my actual MUT team, to show you guys exactly how to get those guys in those specific spots. So what you're going to want to do, there was a chart, but I'm just going to go over it in the video anyway. So there was a chart that you guys could look at, but forget about it. I'm just going to show you guys where to put these guys to put them in the spot that you guys want. So currently Patrick Willis is my number one middle linebacker. But if you want him on that kickoff left side, because that's usually where they don't have their return man, they usually like to return. So if you kick it to the right side, a lot of the times they'll fair catch it. You don't want them to fair catch it. If you kick it to the left side, they're more inclined to run the ball because, again, let's bring up the example again. In this video, this guy, it looks like he has Julio Jones here. So they see Julio Jones, they see more of a skilled player, which allows them to sit there and try to run the ball. And when you run the ball out, especially with the Super Saiyans out there, you're gonna end up fumbling. When you kick it to the left side, you're kicking it to a fullback or somebody like even myself. I have Fat Boy William Perry here, who's not gonna be any good at returning anything. So a lot of the times we'll sit there and just slide down, or we'll fair catch it, or we'll let it bounce behind us. If you want to kick properly, kick it to the left side. You get in a 3-for-1 special in this video. So you're going to want to put one of them at strong safety number 2. You're going to want to put the middle linebacker, or the Patrick Willis, at left outside linebacker number 2. Yes, he can start as your middle linebacker, and you will lose a team chem slot, but that's where you're going to want to put the Patrick Willis card. This can be either, Prez or Hitman. And then for your third spot, you want him in the cornerback 3 spot. That is anybody with Crusher, anybody with Enforcer. And as you can see, all 3 of these guys have one thing in common. Well, 2 things in common. They have Enforcer and they have Avalanche. So if you guys don't know what those look like, this is what it looks like. It says Avalanche and whatever the person's name is, and it costs 1 AP. As you can see, it's got lightning all over it because you're active. This is the normal Avalanche. As you can see, it costs 0 AP and you're not active. You want this one. It's going to cost you 1 AP, but it's 100% worth it. And as you can see, it costs 1, 2, and 5 AP for this setup in total. The rest of the defense, you guys could do whatever you guys want with it, but this is going to cause a lot of turnovers. I ended up winning that game. I believe it was 50 or 40 to 7 because the guy couldn't move because he ended up fumbling about 3 or 4 times. Either way, I'll take those odds any day. As you can see, I was currently winning 30 to 7 when I recorded this. And I ended up getting a fumble recovery. As you can see, it's the start of the 3rd quarter. And this guy just ended up quitting out. So, again, this is one of the funnest defenses you guys will possibly play with. So if you guys haven't tried this AP setup, if you guys haven't tried to set the defense up like this, try it out. Let me know how it works. I apologize for those of you guys who play regs and don't really care about the MUT stuff. But this defense is extremely fun. And I encourage everybody to try it. My name is Pony Montana. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. I will see you guys in the next one. As always, man, 2 fingers, deuces. Let's just end it off right as soon as we get that hit stick. Boom. And peace out, you guys.